Hey, it's Arlen Schweiger, editor of CE Pro, and I have Mike Libman, National Sales Director, DMF Lighting, with me today. Mike, thanks so much for joining me to talk about lighting and especially fixture trends.
Yeah, thank you for having me, Arlen.
So, Mike, we know that fixtures, they've certainly been a super hot category for custom integrators these days. DMF, I know from talking to you guys at shows, the custom channel has been a boon to the company. So tell us first about the latest solutions that DMF has for integrators, and then anything you might be able to give us a sneak preview about coming up in your expo booth in Denver that we can look forward to seeing.
Yeah, absolutely. So this continues to be the fastest growing part of our organization, working with integrators. And we're actually expanding our footprint at CEDIA. So we'll have a 30 by 50 booth, which we're really excited about. And a big portion of that is we're going to be rolling out a number of new products to share with the CI space. So some of which is going to be an expansion on the existing IX platform, which we won Best New Hardware at CEDIA for last year. Expansion to our M series and DID platform, expansion to our cylinders, and we're also going to be showcasing some of our new outdoor and landscape product, which we're very excited to share with the space.
Excellent. Oh, that sounds like it's going to be great for attendees to go check out what's going on in the DMF booth. Now, DMF, you guys are among a lot of competitors coming into the lighting fixture space in the integrator channel. Obviously, there are a lot of great companies that have been out there for a while. Now integrators are getting into the mix, and lighting companies are catching on to that fact, and they're exhibiting at CEDIA Expo and all that. Tell us why, out of those, all the competition out there, why does DMF provide some features that make it an ideal partner for integrators?
Well, first of all, we're really excited that a lot of folks are entering the space. We believe that we've just scratched the surface. So having more fixture manufacturers start to support the CI channel, I think benefits the entire industry. So now, as far as where we fit in that overall mix, we were certainly one of the first to enter the CI space. And we've got a unique mix of people on our team where we're a fixture manufacturer that has personnel with decades of CEDIA experience. So we've got a really good blend on that front. And as we see things start to push more into digital, we've also got a lot of folks on our team who have a strong controls background, which sets us up for the future of where lighting is going.
Perfect. Yeah, that sounds like a nice mix of people there, and people with experience. And what you always want to hear about with a lot of these companies that exhibit at CEDIA Expo is that integrator background, because then they know the pain points and things like that. So Mike, in terms of the trends that are happening just within the fixtures and what your dealers are installing and designing for their clients, where are you guys seeing the biggest trends, the biggest demand? And then, like what rooms in the house, or, you're talking about exterior, could be outside of the house, are providing the most opportunities for dealers to kind of upsell fixtures and their design services?
Yeah, well, there's a number of different trends that are influencing that. First of all, I'm not bearish, but certainly there's people that are concerned about a slowdown. So one of the things that we've seen is that a lot of dealers that were asking, how do we get involved in fixtures? That has actually ramped up because people are looking to diversify if the number of jobs slow down. They want to maximize the revenue per project. So with new construction, that's certainly an opportunity, but also with retrofit. So there's a lot more existing homes out there than there are new builds. So there is a great opportunity to go in and really expand and improve your customers' lighting in their homes. And that's for every room in the house. That is for exterior as well. But to kind of piggyback on that, as we push into digital, we are focused on providing Dolly as a digital infrastructure that'll work with any of your preferred controls manufacturers. We're collaborating with all the majors in the space and making sure that we can provide a solution that'll allow dealers to really provide that additional benefit of of things like tunable white and 0.1% dimming and the overall wiring infrastructure that comes with a Dolly infrastructure.
Sure. And Mike, if you wouldn't mind just explaining the Dolly infrastructure, what it stands for, and then pointing out, just maybe even from anecdotes from dealers, what are sort of the biggest challenges that they overcome for these installations?
Yeah, so Dolly is an open protocol that essentially allows all of your fixtures to be IP addressable. It simplifies the wiring. So as opposed to doing home runs for each switch leg, you can actually put up to 64 fixtures on a single loop. And that gives you the ability to break up different zones. As I mentioned before, tunable white, 0.1% dimming, and just gives a ton of flexibility on that front. And again, it's open protocol. So one of the key things is that we're not trying to isolate ourselves with a specific control manufacturer. We really believe that the clients and dealers are best served having some flexibility and putting together the right solution for the right home. So adopting an open protocol gives them that flexibility.
Sure, that sounds great. And the other thing with that, I would say is that, that retrofitability that you mentioned before, I'm not sure that when CE pros think of lighting fixtures, they think of retrofit. I think it's more one of those things that it seems maybe more tied to the new construction market. So with that in mind, Mike, and maybe that mindset, where are CE pros who, maybe are either just getting started into this fray with lighting fixtures, or maybe they're trying to kind of level up a bit. Where are CE pros leaving money on the table when it comes to lighting fixtures?
Yeah, so the bulk of our business is new construction today, but retrofit is a meaningful part of that. And the reason is that it's the easiest entry point into the fixture category. It's immediate revenue, so you're not waiting on a multi-year build cycle in order to get your feet wet in the fixture space. And more often than not, you don't need an electrician in order to do the physical swap out of the fixtures. So with your existing team, mitigating channel conflict and significant revenue, especially if you're putting in a control system. If you're doing a wireless control system in a home, 100% of the time you should be talking about fixtures as well. And again, it enhances the experience for the client as opposed to just doing one part of that overall experience.
Yeah, absolutely. And it really just rounds out the portfolio too. I think just so much more for the homeowners these days. So Mike, in terms of your dealers who get into it, and like you said, it's a really fast growing part of DMF's revenue stream coming from the channel. Just lastly, once dealers decide to get into it, then how does DMF support? Obviously, they're there at the trade show and they're going to meet you and talk to you there. But outside of the trade show, do you, in terms of training, demo kits, showroom samples, rep trainings, things like that, what are some of the ways that dealers can connect and will connect with DMF, outside of the CD Expo?
Yeah, so we have a lot of investment in different tools to help dealers be successful in the broader category, not just with DMF, which I think is really important. So, first off, we do monthly trainings. So that's all via Zoom. If you're interested in getting a training, absolutely reach out. We can give you access to that. We do have various demo kits for our different product samples. We've got videos that are really targeted towards end users and clients and homeowners. We've also partnered with One Firefly to do marketing campaigns for our top dealers. We've partnered with Vital to help bolster dealers' businesses and getting some coaching and some consultation on that front as well. So we're really trying to address it from all angles and make sure that we're not just providing a product, but we're also providing an experience that can help accelerate all of our dealer partners' growth.
Right, and the website as well. Doesn't DMF have a portal that dealers can go through, if I remember correctly about that, and work with you guys for configuring and designing and things of that nature?
Yeah, and the lighting industry as a whole has been pretty notorious for having very complicated specification. Long strings of digits. If you get one of the digits wrong, it can be problematic. So we did build out a dealer portal with a configurator so you can simply click through, make your selections, and it builds out your part codes, your pricing, and everything else. So that's been a great tool. We've got fantastic feedback on that. and we're continuing to add new features, and you'll see some of those here in the coming months as well, to even further make it simpler for dealers to manage their lighting business with DMF.
All right, excellent. Well, on that note, Mike Libman from DMF Lighting, again, thank you for taking so much time to tell CE Pro more about what DMF is doing. And also, like you said, just the lighting category itself with all the competition in it now, it's just elevating the entire category, I think, and the integrators who get into it. So, Mike, thank you very much. We really appreciate your time.
Thanks, Arlen.